Assalamualaikum and good day everybody. How's your day been? I hope you are incredibly good. Ready for our next lesson? Now, today we are going to move on to Module 5, Part 2, Eating Right. Before we start with our today's lesson, let's look at some of the vocabularies that you need to know. A cup of tea. A bar of chocolate. A glass of milk. Meal, hidangan. Hour, bowl, spoon, fork, knife, coffee, nuts. Please pause this session and you can do your own reading. Next, let's look at the grammar. Today we are going to learn how many and how much. Can you tell me what's the difference? Okay, let's look at it one by one. Here is the explanation on how you are going to use how many. We use how many with plural countable nouns. Benda yang boleh dikira dan banyak. For example, how many hours do you sleep every day? Hours. Can you count hours? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and so on. Now, let's look at how much. We use how much with uncountable nouns. Things that cannot be counted. Benda yang tidak boleh dikira. For example, milk. Can you count milk? No, right? Because it is in the form of liquid. How much milk did you drink this morning? Does it make sense? Now, let's do some activity. You are going to listen to an audio and you need to answer these 4 questions. But before that, I need you to copy these questions in your writing book or a piece of foolscap paper. Look at your textbook, page 53, activity 3.
3. Listen and choose. 1. How much milk does Anna drink every day?
Anna, can you answer some questions for my survey?
Sure.
Okay, first question. How much milk do you drink every day?
I drink 1 glass in the morning and 1 before I go to bed.
So, 2 glasses? That's very good.
2. How often does Anna eat vegetables?
How often do you eat fruit and vegetables?
I eat them every day. I have a big salad with vegetables at lunch and a fruit salad every night. It's a healthy dinner. Fruit and vegetables are good for us.
That's true.
3. How often does Anna exercise?
I see you've got a basketball with you, so I guess you exercise.
Yes, I do. Basketball is my favorite sport.
How many hours do you play every week?
Well, I play basketball 3 times a week.
Do you do any other sports?
I also swim. When I don't play basketball, I go to the swimming pool for an hour or so.
So, you exercise every day?
Yes, for about an hour every day.
4. How many hours does Anna sleep every night?
Okay, Anna. And the last question. How many hours do you sleep every day?
I go to bed at 10 at night and I wake up at 7 in the morning when I've got school.
So that's 9 hours.
Yeah, I always sleep 9 hours. At the weekends, I go to bed later and I wake up at around 8 o'clock.
So, Anna, you're a very healthy person. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is the answer for the activity that you did just now. Let's look at it one by one. Let's compare your answer with mine. The first one, how much milk does Anna drink every day? The answer for this is B, 2 glasses. Number 2, how often does Anna eat vegetables? Once a day. Number 3, how often does Anna exercise? The answer is A, every day. The last one, how many hours does Anna sleep every night? C, 9 hours. Next, reading time. Look at your textbook, page 56, Activity 1. You are going to read about what is Malaysia International Gastronomy Festival. Listen and read.
1. What is Malaysia International Gastronomy Festival? Listen and read.
Malaysia International Gastronomy Festival. Every year, thousands of people visit the Malaysia International Gastronomy Festival, or the MIGF, in Kuala Lumpur. For 1 month, visitors to MIGF can eat different kinds of food from more than 25 of Malaysia's best restaurants. There is food from all over Malaysia and around the world. Eating isn't the only thing visitors can do there. They can also watch and learn how famous chefs cook their favorite food. There are also many classes where visitors can learn how to choose the best ingredients. Visitors can get coffee, cheese, nuts, and much more from shops that have only the best. It is an amazing food festival.
I hope you can understand the passage. Now, let's move on to your textbook, page 57, Activity 2. Please copy all these questions in your writing book or your foolscap paper. Copy the instruction. Read again and write T for true or F for false. This is the answer for the exercise that you did. Let's go through together. Follow me. Read again and write T for true or F for false. Number 1. The food festival is also called the MIGF. T. Number 2. The food festival is every month. F. False. Number 3. Visitors can try food from 25 different countries. F. False. Number 4. Visitors go to MIGF only to eat. F. False. Number 5. Famous chefs show visitors how they make their favorite food. T. True. And the last one, the shops at the festival have only coffee, cheese, and nuts. F. False. Please compare your answers with mine. Our next exercise. Look at the textbook, page 57, Activity 3. Please copy the questions. Don't forget to write the instruction. This is what you need to do. You are at a restaurant. Who says these phrases? The waiter or the customer? Waiter here means pelayan. Customer here means pelanggan. Write W for waiter or C for customer. We did this last week. Okay, you can try it now. And later, I will show you the answers. Okay, now let's look at your answer. Number 1. Ready to order? The waiter. W. Number 2. Would you like anything to drink? W. The waiter. Number 3. A table for 2, please. C. The customer. Number 4. I'd like to pay, please. C. The customer. Number 5. Can I have a knife, please? C. The customer. Number 6. I'd like a pizza, please. C. The customer. Number 7. Would you like some dessert? W. The waiter. The last one. What would you like to eat? W. The waiter. Next, let's look at your textbook, page 58, activity 1. Let's do some revision. For this activity, you don't have to draw. You just need to listen and circle on your textbook using a pencil. What do the children need? Listen and circle.
Revision 5. 1. What do the children need? Listen and circle.
Hello, children. Today we're going to make a mega yogurt. Are you ready? Okay. We need a big bowl of yogurt, of course.
Okay, we've got a big bowl of yogurt.
We need some fruit too. 2 pears, 2 oranges, 2 kiwis, and a pineapple.
2 pears, 2 oranges. What other fruit did he say?
2 kiwis and a pineapple.
Now, cut the fruit into pieces and throw it in the bowl. Finally, we need 2 cups of cereal.
I love cereal.
We need 2 cups.
Here they are.
Throw them in the bowl too. Mix everything and your mega yogurt is ready. And it's delicious. Bye, children. See you again tomorrow.
Great, Brad. We've got everything. Let's start making the mega yogurt.
Okay.
And this is the answer. The first ingredient that the children need is a bowl of yogurt, cereal, pears, oranges, pineapple, and kiwis. Now, let's proceed to our next lesson. Grammar, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are for things that can be counted. Benda yang boleh dikira. Uncountable nouns are for things that cannot be counted. Basically, some and any can be used for both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Let's look at the example first. Countable nouns. There are some durians in the basket. There aren't any papayas in the basket. Are there any oranges in the basket? Now, let's look at uncountable nouns. There's some orange juice in the fridge. Next, there isn't any milk in the fridge. Next, is there any tea on the table? Okay, for some and any, like I said just now, can be used for both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. For example, durians can be counted. 2 durians, 3 durians, and so on. You can use some. But for this sentence, it shows orange juice. Orange juice cannot be counted. So, you can still use some. The word any. Any also can be used for both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Let's look at the example. Papayas, 5 papayas, 10 papayas. It can be counted. And for this context, milk cannot be counted, but still you can use the word any. And what makes the difference between some and any? Okay, listen very carefully. If you notice, there are some durians in the basket. When the statement is positive, you use the word some. Look at the example down here. There's some orange juice in the fridge. The sentence is positive. Ayat dia menunjukkan benda itu ada. Next, when are you going to use any? When the sentence is in negative form. For example, there aren't any papayas in the basket. Aren't. Tak ada. Next, there isn't any milk in the fridge. Tak ada. This can be counted. Milk cannot be counted. So, you need to use the word any. Next, when the sentence is in the form of a question, you use any. For example, are there any oranges in the basket? Look down here. Is there any tea on the table? Do you understand now? Okay, let's move on to the exercise. Let's look at your textbook page 58, Activity 2, Revision 5. This is where you need to copy in your writing book or in a piece of paper. Write the instruction and don't forget to write today's day and today's date. Copy these entire sentences and you can pause this slide to allow you to copy the sentences. And later I will show you the answers. So these are the answers. Write a, or an, or some, or any. Okay, these two, a and an, you have learned this previously. Let's check your answer with mine. Please follow me. Number 1. A. Have you got any milk? The answer is any because the sentence is in the form of a question. B. No, I haven't, but I've got a bottle of apple juice. A bottle of apple juice, you can count it, and there is only one bottle of apple juice. That's why you need to use the word a. Next, number 2. There are some peaches, some butter, and a carton of milk in the fridge. Next, number 3. Do you need any onions for the soup? Any. Question. Number 4. There isn't any bread in the basket. Negative sentence. Number 5. We bought some plastic spoons and forks for the party. Positive sentence. Next, number 6. There's some flour in the cupboard, but there aren't any boxes of biscuits. Negative sentence, and here is positive sentence. Do you understand now? Next, module activity Mesra Digital. So this is the exercise that I want you to do. Look at your module activity Mesra Digital page 46. Look at activity A first. This is where you need to fill in the blanks with some or any. Next, for activity B, fill in the blanks with how many or how much. Next, exercise, page 48, writing 2. In module activity Mesra Digital, this type of questions is almost similar to the one that we had for UPSR. So this is kind of practice for you to do your writing. First of all, you need to read the entire table here. And after that, before you fill in the blanks, please read the entire writings. Okay, let me show you the example. The first part from here until number 5 is quite simple. Let's look at it. I need 6 servings of what? Full stop. 6 servings. Look at the table. 6 servings of. So, the answer is bread, comma, cereal, comma, rice or pasta. So you write here for number 1, bread, comma, cereal, comma, rice or pasta. I show you the second example. I need what of vegetables? Look here. Vegetables. 3 servings. So the answer is 3 servings. Write down here at number 2. I need 3 servings of vegetables. Okay, the question for number 1 until number 5 is quite simple. But for question number 6 onwards, it's quite tricky. Look at it first. Yesterday, I had what for breakfast? The word I had here, you can look under this column, had. How much Ashok had. So, how are you going to get the answer? Yesterday, I had what for breakfast? So, you need to look at breakfast. This is breakfast. Scroll down, and this one also breakfast. So, there are 2 answers. So, you need to write them all. Yesterday, I had 1 serving of cereal. You write down here, 1 serving of cereal and 1 serving of milk for breakfast. That's it. And then you move on to number 7. At noon, I had what? Noon is lunch. So you look at lunch, lunch, lunch here, lunch here. So these are the answers. So you write down here. Okay? Before I wrap up everything, I need to remind you the work that I assigned to you on the textbook. You need to snap some photos and post it to our Google Classroom. The exercise that you did on module activity digital mesra, you don't have to show it to me because I will share you the answer in our Google Classroom. Okay, now before I end with the lesson today, let's look at this motivation quote by Sheila's Motivation. Time is so precious, don't waste it. Okay? Thank you for your time and have a nice day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye.